is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I am up on the Spiegelmom Scraps channel today with my scrap lift. Now, this is actually from January. So every month, we pick one of the amazing members of our Facebook group, and we take one of their layouts and we scrap lift it. So this month is Danny, and I will leave her YouTube channel in the description box below. And so I am super inspired by the feathers. So what I did was I went on my Cricut Design Studio and just typed in feathers. So I don't know if these are like a free one or if there's something that I had purchased, because I don't think it's something that I had downloaded. But I went ahead and I cut them out on the cardstock warehouse paper. So 2 different pinks. And then I am using this close to my heart paper as that border that you can kind of see that she has in her layout. And then I am adding just a white piece of cardstock. So I am doing an 8.5 by 11 because that is what I'm doing for my Mexico album. So the picture I'm going to use is of my son. No, just kidding. That's my daughter with a little towel thing. So to jazz up these feathers, I have decided to emboss them. So I just have some gold embossing powder from Michael's, and I have this really old pink embossing pad, glue pad. So I just stamped it on kind of that bottom third and dipped it in the embossing powder. And then this is as far as I could get my heat gun. So, but I wanted you guys to watch it change because I just love it. It is like magic. I could watch embossing powder melt all day long. Okay, maybe not all day long, but yes. And it's just so pretty. So I am going to end up doing that to all of the feathers. And some of them turn out a little bit better than the others, but I'm going to kind of stack them. So she has 3 kind of main separated, beautiful, beautiful feathers. But I am going to stack 5 that will be coming out of my photo. So at this point, I wasn't sure what photo I was going to use, but I am going to use this cute little one of my daughter. And I feel like mainly because of the size. So in the inspiration piece, she had a doily. So I went ahead and went through my doilies as well. Here I'm thinking maybe I need to bring in another color, but I decide that gold is definitely where I need to be at. So then I am going to do a little bit of layering. So I'm going to use that pink paper from the cardstock warehouse that I cut the feathers out of to do just a couple of layers behind my photo. And this cardstock is amazing. Like it was pretty amazing to be able to team up with them this past month and get to use some of this cardstock. Normally I don't gravitate towards cardstock, but I may have to rethink that a little bit because this cardstock was amazing. And that's really what made those feathers turn out so well, is that beautiful cardstock, and it cut great in my Cricut. So I am going to use both. I am going to use both colors of the feathers to back my photo, as well as that little piece of green, and that's also a close to my heart paper. I believe. It's just kind of a scrap that was sitting on my desk, but the pinks in that collection went really well with the pinks in that background paper. So I did do a little adhesive under those feathers, but I decided to stick some washi tape down underneath where the photo is going to go just to hold them down. And I'm going to add these little sticky thumb pop dots under each of the edges of the feather just to give them a little more dimension. So there that goes. And then I am going to finish up with my photo layering. So there is my photo and my doily, which I get so excited when I start gluing things down that I need to remember that you have to be very gentle with the doily, otherwise you rip them. Good news is I ripped it, but it can fit right underneath that photo, so didn't turn out to be such a big deal. I did think it needed one more layer, so I'm going to go with this green, and I like the torn edges at the bottom to give even just a little bit more texture. And I don't want this album to be super dimensional, so I decided not to pop up my photo. I do normally do that, but I didn't this time. And then I am going to work on my title. So I have these set of pink thickers, and this says time, and then I'm going to use these gold ones, and I'm going to spell out towel, so towel time. So when we were down there, the housekeepers would make these little towel animals kind of like they do on the cruise, and Julianne had so much fun, and this little bunny was the last one and we actually took it home, so she loved it. It's actually still in its shape, amazingly enough, months later. So now I am taking the New Year's Eve collection, and I am going to scatter it all over the bottom underneath those feathers, just like in the inspiration piece. I did think about doing some stamping and maybe some embossing with the stamping like Danny had done in her layout, but I decided that the sequins were enough. I didn't feel like it needed any more stamping or even any more gold. Like there was just enough gold on there. It needed more pink, and so that's why I'm pulling out all those pink pieces from this collection. I decided not to pull any of the black because there wasn't really any black on this layout anywhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down with my Scotch tacky glue, and then I pull this Love Always sticker sheet, and I'm going to use that for a few just little sticker embellishments. And here I think, okay, I need to add some more of that blue to go with that piece of blue that is in the back, and a couple of fun little tiny word stickers. I do actually do my journaling, and I did it in like a light gray since there wasn't really any harsh blacks in this particular layout. So that is going to do it for me, guys. I do have some close-ups for you. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them down below, and head over to the Facebook group. Look at all the inspiration. Head over to Instagram. Make sure you are signed up for the newsletter because that is awesome. And go get your hands on some sequins. You can use my code Crystal15 to save 15%. Remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next time. Bye.